Hey there, Internet. Welcome to episode 1 of New Kid Man's Neck of the Woods. I am New Kid Man, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of webcomics that I really enjoy. If you're not aware of what a webcomic is, a webcomic is basically a comic like you would have found like in newspapers and stuff like that, or even comics like an actual comic book, but on the web, and you can view them for free. So yeah, it's a fun way to pass the day on the internet, and you can find a lot of interesting and unique content out there, different stories and different art styles and whatnot. So yeah, it's a very interesting resource to tap into on the internet, and definitely, you know, like I said, a great way to pass the time and to get plugged into. You can talk with other artists. If you're an artist, you can talk with them. It's a good way to get plugged in artist-wise and whatnot. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Penny Arcade, of course, is one of the more well-known comics out there. If you've read my blog, I post about the book tour and whatnot like that, so I've already talked about them. But yeah, you should definitely check them out. Let's see, another good one is called the Rock and Roll Palace of Love, and that is written by Dominic DeVee, who, I don't know if you're into punk music at all, but he was the bass player for Tsunami Bomb and also for Love Equals Death. Now, he doesn't really play any bands as of late. He's kind of focused more on his art, and he's even got his own clothing line. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. There'll be a link below the video for this comic and many more. So check it out. It's basically about a guy living in a house with a bunch of roommates, and they have crazy adventures. Just to kind of give you a little insight. In the oven, there is a portal to hell. In the sink, there is a kraken, and in the garage, there is a ghost living with a lowercase T-Rex, which is just a smaller version of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So yeah, that's just a little taste of craziness. Another popular one is Cyanide and Happiness. That's on Explosion.net. And that's just a daily webcomic. Now, the art on that really isn't that, it's kind of unique, but it's very simple, but they pull no punches, nothing is sacred to them, and it's very, very funny. I probably laugh almost every day I go there. Let's see. Another good one is Sinfest, and that is just like really a satirical look onto all that is society, like every form of society, religion, politics, how people live their lives and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely kind of a smart man's comic, but it's also funny. So yeah, there's that one. Then there's Questionable Content by Jay Jaquez, and that started out as like more of a focused on indie music kind of deal, about a guy, with his friends sharing about indie music. But really, it's kind of still that, based on the indie culture, but at the same time, as it was described, like I read somewhere, it's basically like Friends, but instead of a rat, it's a little computer that walks and talks. But anyway, the characters, he's added new characters lately. He always seems to be adding more. It's very diverse group of characters and everything like that, and definitely characters you start to feel emotion for, especially if you start reading at the beginning. The art style is really, really great. Kind of leans more towards the anime style, but not in exactly the same way you would think. More like an American version of that. Let's see, another good one. One of my favorites is called Looking for Group, and that's by Somar and Lar. It basically started off as like a World of Warcraft parody, but it ended up being its own large fantasy realm, with wizards and elves and minotaurs and all kinds of stuff, orcs and goblins. It's definitely a very cool read. Lars does a really good job on the art, and the story is very, very interesting. If you read anything like R.A. Salvatore or George R.R. Martin, you'll definitely like this webcomic. Let's see. Another interesting one is it's basically called Alan, and it's basically about this kid Alan, who, when he was 16, about 2 years ago, decided to start a webcomic based on his everyday life. And he tries to update as much as he can, but it's just basically the story of his life, told through him. And the art style is kind of unique. It's very kind of simple, but at the same time, it's really good flavor for the autobiographical take he's putting his webcomic in. Another good one for zombie lovers out there is called The Zombie Hunters, and it's basically set in post-apocalyptic world where there's zombies, and on this island lives the humans, the like last group of humans or whatever, and there's infected, and this one don't turn into zombies. You know how like, oh, I'm bitten, I'm gonna turn into a zombie now. You're bitten, you're infected, but you don't turn into a zombie until you die. So anyway, these group of infected go off on these scavenging missions into the mainland and try and bring back as many resources as they can. And the story follows this one group of infected scavengers. So check that out if you like zombies. The action's really good. It's got a bit of humor, you know, and also very intense drama. Let's see. Another interesting one, more so towards kind of St. Louis fans, but also towards any lovers of the 1920s Prohibition era, is Lackadaisy. And that, it's basically, like I said, 1920s Prohibition era, St. Louis and whatnot, but the characters are all cats. Like, you know, humanic cats that walk around, talk, and stuff like that. But don't let that stop you from looking into it. It's a very funny comic, but, you know, it's also a very interesting look on the whole Prohibition era and everything, and a lot of action and some very, very interesting characters involved in that comic. Let's see. Kind of this Thinking Man's webcomic is Dresden Kodak by Aaron Diaz. It doesn't update a whole lot, but when it does, it's definitely very, very, very interesting. The art style is really top-notch and unique, and the stories and the wording and the dialogue in it is very, very upper echelon of like discussion and stuff like that, and like science-based. So if you like science and you like big words, check out that webcomic. Or if you just like pretty pictures, check it out too. Another one is Nerf This Comic by Scott Ferguson, which is basically about a man, his girlfriend, and his little monster buddy. And that's all you can really say to describe that comic. They just have misadventures. I find it very funny. The art style is pretty unique. So that one's definitely worth checking out. If you're a fan of steampunk, you should definitely check out Freak Angels by, let's see, Warren Ellis and Paul Duffield. It's basically about a group of kids that were experimenting on the government in Britain, and they escaped, they were chased, and then they decided to bond their telepathic powers together, and then they effed up the world. And now there's no electricity, you know, power's been knocked out, Britain's flooded, and stuff like that, and there's just this, and it's basically based on this community they built. You know, they kind of rule this little area and stuff, and they have to deal with these other people attacking them and stuff like that. So yeah, if you like steampunk, you should definitely check that out. It's very, very cool. And yeah, there's a lot more I could talk about, but unfortunately I only have 10 minutes to talk to you guys. So basically I'm going to end it on this and the fact that I have many, many more webcomics you can check out. You should definitely check out. There are going to be links listed below this video. So definitely check it out, comment, let me know what you think of them, and if you have any webcomics that you think I should check out, please let me know. I'm always looking for more interesting comics to check out online. It's one of my hobbies. I like enjoying it and checking them out. So yeah, hope you liked this video, and this is New Kid Man, out.